Welcome to Open House NYC. Today I'm coming to you from this elegant apartment in exclusive Sutton Place with a show-stopping marble entrance gallery that leads to the nearly 30-foot-long corner living room and chic dining room. This home impresses at every turn. Old-world architectural details like dental molding, a wood-burning fireplace, and ornate ceiling medallions work beautifully with the modern stylish decor. This stately pre-war building also has a star-studded history, once counting Marilyn Monroe and Arthur Miller as residents. At over 3,000 square feet, this 4-bedroom apartment is glamorous New York living at its best. Now, today's show is a celebration of bold and beautiful use of color and design, and we're getting started at the Greenwich Village apartment of interior designer Brock Forsblom. Brock embraced a maximalist design aesthetic for what is a relatively small New York space. Despite the size, he loved the layout and made sure every nook burst with vibrant color and pattern. It's a home that celebrates the unexpected. See for yourself.
Hey, I'm interior designer Brock Forsblom, and welcome to my apartment in the West Village, or as I like to call it, my interwar Technicolor dream house. It's a one-bedroom apartment, so it's not huge, but it's got an incredible layout, which means I've been able to use a lot of the different spaces in a multitude of ways. By using vibrant color, pattern, and eclectic accessories, I was able to maximize every nook. Let's take a closer look. Entries are a great place to make a first impression, but they're usually pass-through spaces. I think this entry is the best part of the layout of this apartment. It leads you into every other part of the apartment, and I think it's just a great place to hang out. Multi-purpose spaces are super important in a small apartment, so of course, this is also my dining room. The architectural niche frames this painting, a custom work on canvas by a friend of mine. The same friend also painted these portiere panels. They separate this room from the living room and help them both feel like distinct spaces. The transition also makes the apartment feel larger. There's admittedly a lot going on in this living room. The challenge for me is that it's a narrow space, so I had to do a lot of different things to make it seem wider and therefore bigger. Obviously, we have to start by talking about this wall mural. It totally opens up the room by giving it this perspective. The globe is the centerpiece, literally the world on your wall, and the rest of it radiates out in this soft, dreamy way. It's illuminated in part by these sconces. Now, I love sconces. I really think they can change a room. They're dimensional, soft, and romantic, which aren't bad qualities to bring to a living space. Spacing is important. You want your guests to be able to easily move through the room without bumping into anything. Now, in a narrow room like this, that can be a challenge, but just remember to create channels between all the pieces. This sofa is a French piece from the 1940s. I had reupholstered in a vibrant pink. It anchors the room along with the sideboard. Chairs float in pairs and are light enough to scooch in closer so everybody can join the conversation. And I placed the chaise by the window so you can lounge in the morning sun or take in the breeze. Now, I love decorating with books, and I've used them as structural elements throughout the entire apartment. They accentuate every surface, and there's always something to read that isn't your phone. As a book lover, I knew I wanted a library, but as a renter in New York, who has space for that? So I use this as a second living room, den, breakfast nook, and library. It's off a standard galley kitchen, which as any New Yorker knows is kind of drab. So I cheered it up with a coat of vibrant paint. This bedroom is totally dreamy. And even though it's definitely designed, it's still pretty chill, which is what you want a bedroom to be. On the headboard wall, I used a custom fabric of a bamboo forest in grayscale. I repeated the fabric on the window treatments. It's a riff on a toile room, fresh but old school. I layered the floor in a plush gray carpet, and then I echoed that tone on the bedspread. These tones allow the red headboard to really pop. I also mixed in these wood furnishings to give the space a classic touch. Eccentric monkey table lamps that always make me really happy to look at. And being happy is not a bad way to wake up in the morning. Layering and density allows you to go on a visual journey, regardless of the size. And that's what good design is all about. Thanks a lot for coming.